Hello and welcome to Season 9, RF3 Brazil for Mutiny Motorsport. We have a cracker for you today. We are deciding where to go. So we've been to Velo Park, we've been to Ibarra, we've been to Sebring. We've got 4 tracks left, and here we go. We're at Santa Cruz Do Sul. It's a really great racetrack, about 1,200 kilometers away from Sao Paulo down in the south. It's got a really twisty, fun section, as you can see in the middle. The main straight is flat out as it gets, and then you got some nasty chicanes in there as well. So the drivers really got a challenging circuit ahead of them. Weather forecast for today is looking pretty good and dry though, so most people are pretty happy about that.
Qualifying saw Etienne Drupi on the top once again, as we're used to. Jeff Hooten giving him a run for his money in second. T-Tar coming in third. Garrett O'Brien with a surprising fourth. Great result for him so far. Dave C in 5th, Shattered Compass 6th, Orange Boy 7th, John D 8th, Nate Delta 9th, Viltec in 10th, Stupid Doobie in 11th, Renzo in 12th, and B Specialist rounding out the field in 13th.
Here we are. Drivers are just warming up on the formation lap, getting ready to go. There's a lot of chatter from the drivers about this turn 2-3 chicane and, concerns about if people are going to go too wide through it or if people are going to be reasonable and give each other space. It's a really high speed chicane, single lane. So kind of your best passing opportunity here is down into turn 1. So I would be looking to see, especially with this reverse grid, some of the faster drivers coming up from the back, making their way through very quickly. So we'll see the field getting gridded up here. Looks like the leader is a little bit far out, but I think he's gone. I think we're green.
Yeah. We are green. Beast Specialist did not hold back. You're right. He just pretty much looked like he went from the last corner and into the first braking zone, slows down the car nicely, gets on the curb, holds his line, stays on the inside, defending himself from Renzo, who we know has been quick this season through the first chicane. Doesn't look like there's too much. Though in the background, I think that was Droopy just getting a little bit sideways.
It was. Oh, as B Specialist finds issues. That's been a tricky corner. We've heard all weekend how difficult that is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shattered. I swear I did not see you on the radar until you touched me.
Oh. There is a lot of drama in the first few turns here. So it looks like the Specialist went from front to back.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover here. Shattered Compass also in 12th now, dropping a few places. Jeff Hooten in 11th might have picked up one spot there, but it's Droopy up at least a few from last to 8th.
Yeah, really taking advantage, I think, a little bit of that chaos there. It sounded like there were some drivers colliding and, for as quick as he is, he's also able to keep his nose clean and make it through the pack very quickly. So,
and as we see that, Viltec had trouble in that last sector, down to 13th.
Yeah, you can see on the track map in the top right-hand side, he's way back on the group now. So he's had a moment. As we're on board with Garrett here, who's dropped a few places from his great qualifying position, just looking to try and recover right now. See Renzo up front, Stupid Doobie second, Nate Delta third, John fourth, Dave in 5th, Orange in 6th, and Droopy already up to 7th. This is the point scorers as we speak on lap 2.
Bit of a gap forming from second back to third. I have to wonder if Nate Delta maybe had an issue recently, or if the top 2 just are taking advantage of that clean air. We're watching Dave C hunt down John D.
It's just so tricky through those two kind of... Oh,
holding up Orange.
We've got T-Star there talking to his teammate, trying to back up the pack a little bit.
Yeah, that is... Orange has got his own work to do. He's got Dave in front of him, but he has Droopy right behind him. As we can see, Orange go defensive down the inside. Droopy takes the normal racing line, see if he can carry the speed. He can't get past him in the first corner. Here's the tricky chicane. He's looking down the inside, though.
Droopy got the better exit there. He's got a wheel in. And he's inside. He's in front.
Oh, what a move there. That is a tough place to overtake, but he carried the speed through the chicane there. Not much Orange could do as they come back into the middle of the track now, into the road. It gets really tight. Some long radius corners here. Just hold the car. The dirty air that the driver's been talking about all season is definitely going to be affecting them here as they need all the downforce they can get.
And looks like a problem for Renzo. Suddenly tumbled from 1st to 11th there, just in the span of a few seconds. So he must have gone off somewhere. Back at the back of the pack now.
Yeah, I don't think we caught that.
No.
Dave gets wide, and now, yeah, that Droopy needs no invitation as we see some cars in the back. Who is that? I think that's Orange.
I think so too. Like Orange and Stupid Doobie, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh, as that's Dave trying to fight back on Droopy. Is it going to happen? He can't quite make it work.
Oh, almost goes too wide into the chicane. Backs out at the last second.
All this chaos has really played into Droopy's hand with him going all the way up from last to third. It's impressive.
Yeah, and that's quick. He's on the pace here. He is not hanging around. He has missed a race in the championship so far, so he's looking to make good points while the sun shines while he's here at the track. Well, as we're on board with Shattered Compass getting it sideways, but managing to hold on.
It was an armful of oversteer.
That was.
You know, something I'm noticing with the 10 Droopy coming to the pack, it seems like he's able to ride really close behind other cars and not be affected by the dirty air as much as other drivers. I mean, he's tucked right up under John D's rear wing there. Going to get a great run out of this final corner.
Yeah, as we could see earlier, Dave couldn't quite get past John, so we know John's a tricky customer to do business with, but he's tucked up, and that is going to be a great slipstream as he goes and takes the normal line. He's letting John defend.
Not wasting that time trying to put in the over-under, but not finding it this time around.
No, and he's doing the same thing that he did to Orange to John. He's gone down the inside all the way, and that is a great turn down into T4, T5. And now he's up into second. What a run. What a start.
After only 5 racing laps, too.
Yeah. He is on it as we see Shattered and Jeff. These guys were battling for title supremacy in Season 3, so old rivals, know each other a little bit.
Feels like so long ago, but they are just as close on track as they were back then.
Looks like Shattered kind of trying to maybe fill up Jeff's mirrors there, get him to second guess himself, a little bit of a half-hearted move there down into the hairpin, but no chink in Jeff's armor.
Yeah, Jeff, two-time championship winner for a reason. Nerves of steel. So we're on board with Dave. Dave having a great season as we switch to Droopy, and he's up the inside on Nate. That's it, first place, six laps, and he started at the back. Wow.
And I know we said taking advantage of the chaos, but I mean, just an unbelievable drive so far from him. Oh, we got to spin with John.
Speaking of chaos.
Yeah, John at the back. Did he collect anyone with him? Does that change the front? And you can see the pack now. They're all closed up. Jeff taking the wide line, trying to make advantage of all of this. Up the inside. I think he's touched someone there. I think that was Dave he touched.
That was.
Dave's had a great start to this season. He is really kicking butt and maybe struggling a little bit in this race. He hasn't got past John. He's still not past John. Even now, all these laps later, they find themselves at the same piece of track.
And it looks like he got Jeff got into him a little bit, spun him, and then I think everybody managed to slip through. So now he has to kind of pick up the pieces and get back up where he was.
Yeah.
They didn't look that close at first, so I wonder if it's possible if Dave C just got a little frightened having all the cars right behind him, just going into that corner.
On his own, yeah.
So So I think we're over halfway now as we see John just giving up a position there. I wonder what's happened there. Maybe he got a track penalty or something, or no. As we see Shattered just go wide. He holds the car in a straight line, resets. He's back on track. That was a quick reset.
No delay there.
Yeah, that is quick thinking there. What a tactic. That is a great tactic here in the Mutiny. So up front, we've seen a lot of change going on in the midfield, and that's affected the front runners. So it's Andrupi, followed by TTR, followed by Garrett, who's on for looking like a second podium.
Question. You don't have to obey blue flags in the sprint, correct? So if I back up Droopy, that is legal?
Oh,
interesting.
Orange asks his Rothman's team, can he back up? It is legal. He's found himself down in 12th. So where's he on the track map? Okay, he's coming through turn 6. Droopy is about to go through turn 1. So if he holds up his pace, maybe he can slow Droopy and help his teammate. It's just 2 seconds separating the front two.
And on that last lap, go ahead.
I was just going to explain for the viewers at home, unlike our feature races, in these sprint races, there is no blue flags and there is no safety car.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, if you look at the lap times, Titar was at 1.2 seconds quicker than Droopy on that last lap. So if you combine a little bit of teammate help with that speed, his first place may not be secure.
Yeah. Droopy is finding out he's got a bit of a rival right now in speed terms. Droopy's used to being the quickest, but it doesn't look like that's the case today. We got also Garrett quicker than Droopy, Jeff quicker than Droopy as well. So he's got to find some pace.
And we can see Orange's last lap time of 1:25, which is about 11 seconds slower than his prior lap. So
he is just cruising. He's waiting for his moment.
Playing 4D chess.
Yeah.
We're out here playing checkers.
What a great move as we're on board with Shattered, who's right behind Dave. 7th place. He's picking up a point right now. He'd like 2. After a not so great weekend last time out for his 50th race in the Mutiny, he's looking to make a comeback. As I can see on the track map, that is Droopy and Orange right next to each other.
Fight like a lion.
Channeling some Alonso there, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's channeling his inner Alonso.
I don't think that went as you planned.
Oh!
Did not last long.
It didn't last long, but the gap's only 1.8 now. So it has done something. It's cut that 2 seconds.
Looks like maybe just a little bit of misexecution there. Kind of Droopy caught Orange in a good passing zone, and maybe Orange just wasn't able to block as much as he wanted to.
Yeah. It looks like Orange also kind of stayed in front of Titar for that last 2 corners, which can be where a lot of the dirty air comes into effect in this track.
But also the slipstream down the straight. It's now down to 1.4 at the end of the straight, hovering around there. About a second quicker as well, 7/10 that last lap. So it has helped. Droopy has to be feeling the pressure now that there isn't much time remaining. I think only a few minutes left. Go on board with Jeff here. Good season so far. He has also missed a race. So again, looking to just claw back on a few points that he's not been able to gather so far this season. 4th place would do nicely here. Garrett in 3rd place, holding on again, looking for another podium in the Mutiny.
We saw B Specialist getting out of the way for these 2 contenders right here.
Jeff really running wide there. The track limits are very generous on the exit of that final corner, so you can really run basically all the way up to the grass. The drivers are finding.
If you're finding you have grip out there, take it. Might be an extra few kilometers, which might help down the straight here. So we're on board with Dave, just reeling in Nate Delta.
Garrett's really doing a great job. I mean, qualified P4, which meant he would have started near the back here, made his way up to third, kept his nose clean. Really,
Yeah,
I think took a lot of momentum from that podium last time out in Ibarra.
Yeah, that's helped him a lot. So we're on board with Droopy again. Still 1.4 seconds. He's found a little bit of pace, very similar lap times. And that's also similar lap times way until about Nate Delta. They're all in the 114s.
Just looking at the gaps right now, I think our closest fight is for that last podium spot between Jeff in fourth and Garrett in third. So Garrett will be hoping to hold on for another good result. Jeff is no slouch behind.
No.
He has. It's a checkered flag.
Oh, it's checkered flag. It's done. So that's Droopy, TTR, and Garrett O'Brien on the podium. Jeff just missed out with Nate Delta, Dave, and Shattered Compass, it looks like. Unless there's any stewards inquiries. That looks like your point scorers.
Droopy. Yeah, I had front wing damage too. That was killing me here.
Oh, well done, Droopy. This is going to be a fun feature. I think you're faster than me.
Sorry, my defense was basically non-existent, T-Tar.
Oh. As we head out and the drivers prepare themselves, so let's take a look at the sprint results. And Droopy's taken that top spot with TTR in second and Garrett with the second sprint podium of the season. Jeff narrowly missing out, getting into fourth place there with Nate Delta, Dave C, and Shattered Compass being your points finishers there. Viltec, John, B Specialist, and Orange all trying their best to get into the points, but not quite able to. And then Renzo and Stupidoobie are our DNFs. And TTR grabbing fastest lap there, which will help him in the championship standings. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have liked this, just please give us a subscribe. I know you're not subscribing yet, but you should be. Come join the Mutiny. Thank you so much. Join us for the feature race. See you soon.